Venezuela's gamer survival economy, where Runescape gold buys real bread. In Venezuela, video game gold keeps people alive. Welcome to Weird Geo Economy, the channel where we explore the most bizarre, pixelated, underground, and jaw-droppingly real financial systems on Earth. And today we're diving into a virtual world that became a lifeline in a country where money collapsed. Because in Venezuela, Runescape and other online games weren't just pastimes, they became survival plans. For thousands of people, farming gold in a fantasy world turned into the only way to buy rice, diapers, or antibiotics in the real one. We're in Maracaibo, Caracas, Valencia, and across Venezuela's cities and crumbling towns. All places hit hard by hyperinflation, food shortages, and economic collapse. In a country where salaries are often worth less than $10 per month and supermarket shelves are empty, people needed to find an alternative economy. Fast. The solution? The internet, and specifically online role-playing games like RuneScape, World of Warcraft, and even Tibia, where virtual gold holds more stable value than the Venezuelan bolivar. Here, in cyber cafes and dimly lit homes with pirated Wi-Fi, entire families log in and grind, hour after hour, collecting virtual currency to sell on grey markets to foreign gamers for real-world money or food via PayPal, crypto, or third-party traders. This is Venezuela's video game gold mining economy, a strange digital cottage industry where people spend 8 to 14 hours a day farming in-game gold, crafting items, or botting low-level monsters to sell the loot for real-world value. The most famous game? RuneScape, a 2-decade-old MMORPG where gold pieces GP can be sold at exchange rates that, at one point, outperformed the official Venezuelan minimum wage. A Venezuelan worker might make $5 USD per month, but grinding gold and selling 5 million GP could earn them 10 to 30 USD per week, enough to buy milk, flour, and hygiene products. What started as a few players trying to make side money quickly grew into thousands, some forming guilds or gold farming crews, working in shifts like digital factories. Even more surreal, many of these players never actually played the game for fun. They never explored quests, lore, or PvP. They were there for one reason only: survival. Pixels put food on the table. Because Venezuela's economy collapsed, and virtual economies remained stable. Years of hyperinflation, currency devaluation, and international sanctions turned the bolivar into confetti. Banks became irrelevant. Government jobs couldn't feed a family, and even skilled professionals, engineers, teachers, doctors, found themselves earning less than minimum wage in global terms. Meanwhile, online games provided an alternate store of value. Digital gold equals global currency. Access to global buyers through shady but efficient trading platforms, a source of income that the government couldn't tax or regulate. And no border, making it possible to earn from anyone, anywhere. Venezuelans turned their bedrooms into gaming farms, sometimes running multiple accounts simultaneously, using bots, macros, and optimized grinding loops to maximize yield. Entire subreddits and Discord channels were devoted to Venezuelan gold farmers, some of whom even taught others how to start, what to mine, and how not to get banned. The players in this virtual-to-reality economy include desperate Venezuelan citizens, many of whom had no other income stream, grinding 12-hour shifts in internet cafes or under unreliable power grids. Teenagers and young adults, often dropping out of school to support their families through gaming, sometimes earning more than their working parents. Foreign buyers, mostly from North America and Europe, willing to pay $5 to $20 for in-game currency to skip grinding themselves. Third-party gold sellers, acting as brokers or market makers, who bought gold in bulk from Venezuelans and resold it at a markup on platforms like G2G, Scyther, and black market gaming forums. And even crypto intermediaries, who offered to convert PayPal or Game Gold profits into Bitcoin or USDT, helping Venezuelans dodge their collapsed fiat currency. Ironically, some gamers became digital bosses, employing multiple gold farmers and managing fleets of characters like a mini sweatshop in the virtual world. Runescape's own economy was once visibly impacted by Venezuelan gold farms, leading to calls within the community to ban or limit accounts from Venezuelan IP addresses, sparking debates about economic refugees in virtual space. Some Venezuelan players used profits to buy real food, but others used it to pay smugglers for medicine, school supplies, or even bus fare to flee the country, turning gold into actual life chances. In some towns, gold farming was more popular than traditional jobs, with entire internet cafes rented out by families farming full-time. Their keyboards worn down not from passion, but necessity. In Venezuela, when the real-world economy collapsed, people turned to a fantasy one. In a land where cash lost its meaning, virtual gold became more powerful than government currency, and for many, more reliable than hope. It wasn't just a hustle, it was a digital lifeline crafted from desperation and powered by the grind. And it proved something no economist ever saw coming. When the system fails, people will build a new one, even if it exists inside a game made in 2001. Subscribe to Weird Geo Economy for more stories from the strangest corners of capitalism. Where?